let's just run you through what is one of the biggest intelligence coups by our intelligence agencies in recent times. You had this news first on NDTV 24/7. Sudhir Ranjan Sen bringing you several details which had come in, which we were able to then get more details on. I'm in fact joined by Sudhir Ranjan at this stage. But before I come to you, Sudhir, if we can just go through some of the main points which we have at this stage, is that this intelligence-based midnight operation was conducted on the intervening night of the 31st of December and yesterday. So while a lot of us were out celebrating on New Year's Eve, our Coast Guard agencies were at work. And what is very, very significant about this operation, in which there were at least 4 likely terrorists who've been killed and a boat which has been sunk, a boat carrying quote-unquote illicit cargo, which could be explosives, could be something else. What's most impressive in this particular sense is that the operation itself worked at various levels. There was the initial intelligence tip-off which took place. That has often been missing. This was then passed on real-time to our aircraft assets, in this case a maritime reconnaissance aircraft, the Dornier of the Coast Guard. That aircraft was asked to operate and to make an aerial interception at a particular spot of the sea with very precise coordinates. It did so, it identified this particular fishing craft, fishing boat, and passed on that intelligence once again real time to Coast Guard ships which were operating in the area. One Coast Guard ship actually went into that area and intercepted this particular boat. Sudhir Ranjan Sen joins me now for more on this. Sudhir Ranjan, we'll get to what eventually happened to this boat in a little while from now, and we've reported that it was destroyed. But to me, the most interesting aspect of the story is that the system worked.
Well, yes. I mean, since 26/11, coastal security has really been beefed up. You have these coastal radar stations across the coast of India, and they are networked. It is not far from where we are standing. It is in Gurgaon that the entire networking is happening. Information is passed on real time to the local hubs, and from the local hubs into the Coast Guard and the Navy. So that seems to have worked. And prior to that, as you were saying, the most important thing is we knew something was moving out of Karachi.
Right.
We knew that it was carrying something which needs to be stopped. And the other big thing is in the midst of all the shipping that happens, because a huge number of ships that float around in that area, to zero down on that ship and to give it a chase, that seems to be the big
Absolutely. It's an unmarked fishing boat in the middle of the night, unlit as well, and to get that very precise data, whether it's radar data, in initial intelligence data, and then radar data passed on to maritime radar data, and to make an actual interception at sea, it's extremely difficult.
It is extremely difficult, and it just shows that over the last 4 years, I mean, while we've been thinking that not much has happened, on the ground we are seeing that the network, the radar stations and the intelligence or the security network is now really up. Because while there are gaps as to what it was carrying and why did it sink, the very fact that it did sink means clearly it indicates that there was something explosive on board. Otherwise, why did it blow up?
Unfortunately, there is a deniability aspect which perhaps Pakistan would therefore invoke, because we haven't been able to get anything out of the ship, at least nothing that we know of at this stage.